How's it going, guys? And welcome back to another one bar build in Gedonia. Today we're going to be using the Druid Armor set, so let's dive in and check out the armor. So the Druid Armor set looks very druidy. Looks like bark going down the arm and like a bit of bark on the legs and with the belt. Bit of fur and feathers on the shoulders and also topped off with a flower crown. Looks pretty damn good. I do like the look of this armor set with that nature, wisdom feel about it. All right, let's check out the unique bonuses that this armor has to offer. Once you have two pieces of the Druid set, this will decrease the Guardian Flower cooldown by 4 seconds, decrease its mana by 40, and also increases its attack range. So you'll be able to cast it a lot more often. Once you have all 5 pieces, it increases the radius of Fill the Earth spell, and also attacks with more flyers with the elemental attack nature element. So it's just a cooldown and mana reduction with one of the spells, and also a radius of Fill the Earth spell, which it does complement the Druid, but it's nothing to write home about. And even with the elemental nature attack with the more flyers, it just sends out 3 instead of just the single spell. It is still really good, nothing fancy. Now let's check out the stats. A slight increase to armor, and of course you're going to have the boost to nature magic spells. A really good crit strike chance with this armor. Also a good health and mana boost. Also pretty decent boost to magical resistance. All right, let's check out some of the accessories. We'll start off with the cloak. We're going to go with Cloak with the Arch Shaman. Now you can get this cloak by finishing the epic quest line with the barbarians. It's a guaranteed, you can buy it from the epic merchant, or it can drop from the dig sites out in Gedonia. Random drop once you finish a dig site. And this will give you 160 damage to nature magic spells, 200 to health and mana, and plus 0.15 to movement speed. Now with the other accessories, I picked the Ursine set. Once you have 2 of these items, Spirit Bear now lasts 300% longer, but once you have all 4, it can spawn up to 3 bears at a time. They can deal a lot of damage and rip through enemies. These trinkets and rings will also increase your nature magic and also your mana. With that out of the way, let's check out the weapon. The weapon I chose for this build is the Ancient Branch, stage 3. So every 14 seconds, Flora spells can summon a Treant companion for 60 seconds that will attack your enemies. And if you use any beast spells, it can summon a wolf companion instead. It's a staff, 2-handed, of course, knockback is normal, which you won't really be doing much melee. And as all staffs do, they increase your mana regeneration by 200%, 55 damage, which is pretty bad. Speed is low, which is even worse. But it does increase your nature magic spells by 320%, which is huge. And also gives you a bonus 172 mana. All right, now let's check out the skills. So starting in Arcane Magic, we just have mana bonus level 3. Which gives us 100 mana, and also mana replenishment, which gives us a passive mana regeneration bonus of 300%. Next up, we have magic resistance level 3, which gives us a 9% magical resistance. Next up in elemental, we have elemental attack, which will be one of our spam moves that we'll just keep shooting out from a distance. And with nature, it spreads poisonous flies. I'll be using that just for our range damage. Next up, we have Focus the Element level 3. If any element is applied, you absorb it for 20 seconds and it creates different spells. Our nature, it'll hit enemies within an area with a massive rock, dealing massive damage. Focus the Element level 3, and also the Mastery skill, Focus the Element Effectiveness. Every 60 seconds, Focus the Element doesn't consume that element. So you can keep whatever element you have on yourself without it disappearing, then reapplying it. Next, in defense, we have Survivability level 2, which increases our health by 60, Immovability, which increases our knock resistance by 3, and also the Mastery skill Defense Master, which gives us a 30% increase to our max health. Next up in Banditry, we got 15 points in it, so we get 15% evade, and also level 2 Glancing Blow, which gives us a chance to negate 10% damage, the chances will increase the lower our health is, and also glancing blows will never kill us. So the more agility we have, the more damage we can negate. Next up in speech, we have 6 points into it, and we've got pressure level 2. So every time we attack, we have a chance to verbally abuse the target, decreasing their damage. And the charisma stat increases our effectiveness. Next up in nature magic, we have Spirit of the Bear, which summons a bear that attacks our enemies for 30 seconds. And if nature element is applied, it also heals allies and aggroes enemies. So these will be our tank. And remember, we have a chance to summon 3 of them for 300% more duration instead of 30 seconds. We can have 3 bears, and they can also heal and aggro. They're pretty much like 3 healing tanks, which is really good. Next up, we'll have Bark and Thorns. So for 30 seconds, it'll increase armor of the player, make all enemies that attack will receive damage. So we'll have bonus armor, and if they do damage to us, it'll hurt them again. And then we have Powerful Thorns, the mastery skill, which increases the duration, the damage absorption, and damage of Bark and Thorns make it apply instantly to the whole party. So your 3 bears that you can summon will also have thorns when you apply thorns, which will make them tankier, last a lot longer too. Next up, we have Fill the Earth. So for the next 20 seconds, enemies in the zone around the player can be rooted into place and receive periodic damage, and all Guardian Flowers increase their lifetime as well. So with Fill the Earth, we've got a bigger radius because of our armor set bonus. So we've got increased radius with level 2, and also with our armor bonus as well. It's even bigger. Next up, we have Nature Element level 2. So this will apply a nature element to us, which we will use with our spam ability, our elemental attack. And once we have this on, it'll slowly restore health to us. So we'll be shooting out bolts of flies that damage 3 enemies nearby. And then the other tooltip was the poisonous flies. So I'm not sure if they deal poison or not. Next up, we have Grow Flower Defender. This is a really good spell. So this will grow a flower for 25 seconds, which will attack any enemies nearby, firing nature energy or biting and slowing them in close range. And it can also heal you if you're near it. You can summon a few of these. With a shorter cooldown, you can summon more. And with Fill the Earth, they'll last a lot longer too. So once you keep them in a small area, that's what you want to do. Just keep them all in a really tight area, all of your enemies. And then all of your spells will work together and take them out. Next up, we have Nature Power level 5, which just increases the power of your nature spells by 70%. And lastly, in talents, we have 5 points in health bonus, which increases your health by 500. 5 points in mana bonus, which increases your mana by 375. 5 points in magic bonus, which increases your magic damage by 125%. 5 points in defense bonus, which increases your armor and magic resist by 5%, and also 5 points in speed bonus, which increases your attack speed by 15%, and also your movement speed by 1.25. Right, with all of that out of the way, let's go see what the Frost Ogres are up to. Now that we're here at the Frost Ogre encampment, we can put our nature element on. We will also summon our bears. Hopefully we'll get 3. Nice. We can put on Bark Thorns. We've also got a little wolf companion. And we can put our little flower defender down. Fill the Earth. And spam our fly ability. See that the bears are just going off their head right now. So you can take them out pretty quick. Little flower defender, they do so much damage. It's not funny. We can get these guys over. We get our focusy element there. Did get hit because I've got dodge. Well, you can't really dodge. Get out of the way. And I think that's all of them. can get this guy. So you are sending like 3 into him. And then your treants just come up and they can do so much more damage too. The spirit bears are very strong. They will just rip through everything. Oh, can't hit them. Quick. Yeah, we're doing a lot of crits. Summon our Cloud Defender in there. Doesn't really want to work for us. Can be a little bit finicky. With the rock happening. Treants in there. Cloud Defender can do a big chunk of damage. Even if you get right up in their face. Do so much damage because you got 3. Oh yes, we got another 3. Nice. Right, there you guys go. See, we're doing so much damage there. That can go. That can go. They can get rooted in place. They don't resist. Our spirit bears just ripping everything apart. It is crazy how much damage everything can do here once everything works in. And they're done. Easy peasy. All in all, this is a decent build. You've got your passive healing, you've got your tanks, you've got your damage over time, CC. You've got everything that you want in this build. The only downside is you're a little squishy if you get too close. But you're doing bulk damage. Your spirit bears can tank all of the enemies, especially when you summon 3. Your Filly Earth can root enemies in place, and also your Flower Defenders are doing damage over time for, say, if they're in Filly Earth more than 30 seconds, and you can summon multiple of them. They can either heal or do damage. And then your treants they can summon, or your spirit wolves they can summon when you summon your bears, or any beast abilities. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for me. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this build. It is pretty good to make a druid build just with spells. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you again, and hope to see you in the next one. Alright guys, take care.